going into our first losers bracket match of the day between the Bards and Clan on Battle on the Dunes. Look, I think this. I got a glimpse at the loadouts in the lobby, and I think this is going to be a long one. So, buckle up, I suppose. First off, for the Bards, we have Albert Camus's Coat, a Pyramidion with two Mercury Field Guns, a left side mine launcher, and a left side flare gun, piloted by DJ Logic Holly at their ally, Brad, with another Mercury, paired with a Hades, a little bit of an interesting choice. Left side mine launcher, right side flare gun, piloted by Soderholm. Their opponents, Clan. First off, we have the Charles Mingus, piloted by Nietzsche's Mustache. It is a Merc Mobula, two Artemis flanking the outer wings, Gatling, and mine launcher for close range brawling. Brick says no fun. I think that is an apt statement. Another Merc Mobula, two more Artemis, and Gatling and Flamethrower, piloted by Steamy Noodle. No fun seems like an apt way to... Well, you know, people have fun in different ways. And some people, like, they see what's happening here and it makes them hot in the pants. They love this long-range Mercury fire every time they get a nice solid hit on the Pyramidion. So Mobulas are going to have a distinct advantage in this sort of fight after the fairly recent nerfs to the Pyramidion hull armor and health. Like, they're one of the squishiest ships in the game, but although I'll finish that sentence later. Charles Mingus, getting a nice mine hit on the Brad, actually taking on their hull armor, but an unfortunate bump from the dunes, and Brad mistiming their ram, actually going over the Charles Mingus. That was a weird engagement. I don't know if Brad, maybe they were just afraid because their hull armor was down. And what Pyramidion? What is this dunes? There's too much going on. There are ships dying. This is crazy. This is unheard of for this map. But now the Brad's in a bad spot. His hull armor's going down, and as a Pyramidion, he's dead. Like, this is it. His balloon's out. He's gonna crash to the ground. He's not gonna be able to go anywhere. He's gonna lose his hull armor again and just melt into the sand. Wow. That was an intense fight. It seemed like Brad had an opportunity. Yeah, they took a mine hit, but if they kept going, they had an opportunity to maybe kill the blue Mobula they were focusing on, but instead, I think they were hydroing to safety, not confident in their ability to get the ram without armor, which is unfortunate for them because now both Pyramidions have died without accomplishing anything. Only about 20, 18, 15% damage on the Charles Mingus. And this is, yeah. You see, they tried to go for the cute build. These Pyramidions. This is the cute build for Battle on the Dunes. You bring the two forward-facing Mercs. It's one of the few ships that can have two Mercury field guns pointing in the same direction. Aside from the Junker, which I believe is the only one other ship that can do that. And this is like the troll build for pub games because the Pyramidion is faster than some of the other ships. You keep murking them, you keep reversing, they're never able to catch up, and it's super annoying murking them from long range. But against the gunners of Clan who are very experienced, the Pyramidion, if the enemy team has mercs too, right? So if they're in merc range and they're not actively dodging the incoming shots, they're going to be taking a lot of damage. Their whole armor is going to go down faster than that of the Mobulas because they are flying a squishier ship, and they're also flying a ship that has a much larger hitbox for the whole armor. It can be sort of difficult. You see, with the Mobula, it's very thin on top of the balloon, the hitbox for the whole armor itself. So landing those merc shots at long range against the Mobula can be a little bit tricky, whereas with the Pyramidion, it is a lot easier. So any sort of long range, any sort of if these two teams, if they're fighting on even ground, the Mobula is going to have a very large advantage. It's going to be able to tank better. It can use its fast vertical acceleration to dodge some of the Merc shots, which is something that the Pyramidion will not be able to do. And at the same time, if the Pyramidion decides to get closer, if they decide to charge, maybe, I don't know, set up some very long-range ram or something. Like, as soon as they get into Artemis range, that's even worse off for them. Because that is so much DPS coming from these two modules. They'll be able to focus down one of these Pyramidions in seconds with the addition of that explosive damage. So this is a tough, really tough spot for the Bards. As we see spots going down, I think they are in Artemis range. This is really bad. Pyramidion already losing one of its mercs. Their only shot here is to try to get some sort of a ram without losing their whole armor, because if their whole armor is down when they make contact with the blue ship, they could very easily kill themselves. And we see Albus Cameras taking a huge amount of damage, carousing backwards. He sees the flamethrower on the brick. He doesn't want everything to catch on fire. Oh, actually Brick taking a little bit of a bump, piloting error from Steamy Noodle bumping against the masthead of this rusted ship. And actually, Brad has gotten a good engagement on the Charles Mingus. I think he did get a nice ram. And he might be able to smash him. Smash! He's smashed. We actually have a kill for the red team. That's more than I expected. But in doing so, they've put themselves in a bad spot against the Brick Says No Fun. They need to Hydra up. They need to dodge any potential mines that are coming out. Although I feel like if they're able to do that, if they're able to stay above the mine launcher arcs, with Albert Camus coming back in, they're able to dual focus 3 mercs. Well, a merc and a Hades, and Brad's going to try to get arcs. He's a little bit high, but I think this will be a second kill, tying it up for the Bards, which is very surprising. Although, ooh, they actually taken a bit of time with this kill here, allowing Charles Mingus time to spawn back in. Now they're actually in another bad spot. Like, you see how quickly, what an advantage the Mobulas have here. Ooh, dunk him. No. Trying to bounce him back down to halt his retreat. But that does give Brick arcs on the Brad. And any one of these Mobulas in a one-on-one fight is going to have a pretty huge advantage, as long as they're able to dodge the ram, which he will be able to do easily. Mobula, very good at dodging Pyramidion rams. Probably the best ship in the game at doing so. Just because you can bounce up so quickly. And yeah, Albert Camus not going to be able to do much in the face of a Gatling and 2 Artemis. Brad is stuck against enemy lines. He's putting out some mines as he retreats, just in case Clan decides to chase him, but I don't think they will. Or maybe they will. Either way, there's a lot of open air to navigate around the mines. I think the Pyramidion probably will be able to escape to safety behind this engine, as long as they don't linger too long, because the Mobula actually is pretty fast. Top speed. Deceptively so, considering you'd think being such a wide ship, it would have a lot of wind resistance that would slow it down a bit. But you will be able to catch up to a Pyramidion eventually, especially if they're stopping. But it looks like Red Team's going to use this as an opportunity to go for kind of a flank with this disjointed spawn. So if these blue Mobulas turn to face Albert Camus, this will actually... Brad is coming in now. Oh no, is he going to get hit in his own mine? No. He has to go underneath the mine. Oh, this is real bad, because this is going to hurt his ramming potential, but he still might get it with just the piercing damage from his weapons. Yeah. Brick's still alive, barely a sliver of health. Having to dodge underneath that mine, actually, they lost a little bit of altitude they needed to connect and kill off the Brick, but I feel like his ally's probably going to be able to finish the job, considering how extremely low health the Brick is at. So any hull break is going to be a kill for the red team. A Brick trying desperately to keep going lower and lower, staying underneath the Merc arcs. Albert Camus backing into one of the mines. Flamethrower coming in. Brick actually making a good run of this. He's able to dodge up. He gets a little bit of flamethrower damage, disrupting the Albert Camus just a bit, and is going to reposition behind, but he still has to be careful. He is going to have full armor for this next, well, unless he bumps to the ground somehow. But he's going to have full armor now for this first fight, so he's not as worried about it going down and dying. And I think he wants a little bit of distance. Yeah, at the same time, the other Pyramidian's going to go down. The Charles Mingus proving to be very strong against these Mercury long-range Pyramidians. And now we just have some Merc fire going back and forth. Lesmont Gatling from Brick. Brick still needs to be careful. He's still very low. And any hull break on the Blue Mobile can be converted to a kill, but the Artemis fire now coming in from the Charles Mingus, supporting his ally. That's going to be enough to take down Albert Camus, and that's going to be the win for Clan. A very decisive victory. The Bards bringing a questionable builds. You might say that's the pub special for Dunes, the dual Merc Pyramidians, and the Mercades Pyramidian that nobody runs ever, but just the superior firepower from the Mobulas, the superior tanking from the Mobulas. Clan is going to be moving on.